Hey, it's me again. Been a while, hasn't it? I moved out of my apartment and yeah, I wasn't enjoying vlogging, but now I've kind of wanting to get back into it and talk to you guys about how things have been going and my visions and all that. So 4 things I want to talk to you about. I want to talk about Chatgpt. Everyone's talking about AI, this, AI, that. It's kind of annoying. I also want to talk about the skeleton system I was going to make, as well as, a bit of Terry Davis, a bit of, kind of the user experience I'm trying to make with Unfolding Engine. And yeah, so let's get started. So I finally am allowing myself to think about how long I want to work on this engine for. And, I want to spend maybe half a decade just making it better. And, when you give yourself, 5 years to get something right, it really changes your perspective of things, right? Like, like how many times do you give yourself something to get, you give you permission to get something right? Like some people just try the first time and give up. But if you say to yourself, I'm going to spend the next next year getting it right, isn't that better? What would you give yourself more preparation? And I'm saying that I am, and that changes everything. It's like, I wonder if there's a better way to drag, sprites on the screen. How many years would you give yourself to improve that? And I finally did that, and I created a system where you just click and drag. Seems obvious. Well, it's not, because the maths to do this is extremely complicated. Like, it's not only that I'm drawing a sprite on the screen and going across, I'm doing it within a 2.5D parallaxed, that's a new word, parallaxed environment. There is no engine that does this, because anyone who's gonna do this would do it in 3D. And because I just simply will not learn 3D, I'm my own worst enemy, but also it means that it creates that unique experience. But anyway, I'm rambling. Now, I've also been using Chatgpt to help me with this maps. Doesn't get it always right, so it's not going to replace a programmer, but it is incredible, and it is, I don't know, it's hard to describe. Like, there's a lot of good things going on for me, and I guess for you if you're being incorporating these techniques. So yeah, I'm very excited about that. It's very nice being able to make a program that just feels so much more intuitive. And that leads me on to what I'm planning to make next, and that's converting Unfolding Engine to a skeletal system. Now, what does that mean? It means that there are bones in a figure, and that you assign sprites to each bone, and you animate each one. And this is something that I've always wanted to do, but never given myself permission. And it's like, I'm gonna give myself the next 6 months to get the skeletons right, I create a very good workflow to creating animations and assigning clothes or weapons or that to a animation. And it's working. It looks great. It feels great. Anyone can just come along and assign a piece of clothing, and then the engine does all the calculations for animations and stuff. Like, isn't that exciting? One person can create a mod that creates better animations. Another person could create another mod that creates better clothing, and then the two parts just like mesh so well together. You know, you don't need to learn every skill set. Someone can take one element, another one. But when you're doing sprites, the problem is that if you're doing all the sprites animation without a skeleton system, you just, you have to have the whole toolkit. You have to be able to animate it, you have to be able to, you know, draw well. It's just so much harder, and I don't see it being an optimal solution in the long run. So that's why I've kind of been avoiding kind of allowing equipable armor, for instance. Like, that is such a staple of every single RPG game, isn't it? Being able to like dress up your character in different clothing. Like, I love that. I love that, and I want to build a really sophisticated character system. Yeah, and it's gonna happen. Like, I'm very excited about this direction I'm taking it. Something, yeah, I think that's it. But I'm looking forward to vlogging again. Like, you know, I like that direct feedback where you realize that you're talking to a human being and seeing where I'm at when I look back at these things. So yeah, let me know what you think. You're quite an educated audience. You seem to get what I'm getting at, and you understand the references I'm making. So, you know, your feedback is really useful, and it's always helped me. Like, this engine couldn't have gone as like it couldn't have gone as intuitive and smooth without you guys telling me what needs to be improved. And you know, that direction's so useful, so incredibly useful. So yeah, let me know what you think. See you guys.